everybody to the Wild Wild West, a state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness. The track hits your eardrum like a slug to your chest. Back a vest for your Jimmy in the city of sex. We in that sunshine state where the bomb ass him be. The state where you never find a dance floor empty and pimp speed. On a mission for them greens. Lean, mean, money making machines serving fiends. I've been in the game for 10 years making rap tunes. Ever since Honeys was wearing Sassoon. Now it's 95 and they clock me and watch me diamond shining, looking like a Rob Liberace. It's all good from Diego to the Bay. Your city is the bomb if your city making pay. Throw up a finger if you feel the same way. Straight putting it down for California, yeah. West Coast.
What up, Cardinals? It's Sandoval here. Just chilling, hanging out. I'm outside my backyard currently making dinner. Yeah, man, I get hungry, and it's a late dinner, but I was a little busy. I got caught up. I was playing Call of Duty with Mauricio, Elijah, and Manny. Obviously, I was carrying the team. What can I say? I'm just kidding. I suck at the game. They're actually pretty good. Anyways, hey, it's been a while. How are you guys doing? How's everyone doing? How are you guys doing? We got. It's been a rough weeks, right? I feel you guys on that, man. Oh my god. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, at first I was doing pretty good, but then it's like, it starts to hit you, and and then you realize you're indoors, you realize you can't go out, you realize you can't do anything. You go from the kitchen to the living room, to the room, to the kitchen. You sit on one side of the sofa, you sit on another side of the sofa, and you're just like, what the? You watch one episode, you watch another episode, you start one season, you start another season, you're just like, oh my god, I can't wait till this is over. All I know is that when this is all over, woo, it's gonna be a lit weekend. It's gonna be a lit summer. The last thing you guys did on Friday, I think I gave you guys I made you guys go over DSM-5 and then go through that and look at potential disorders, potential things that people might start to experience. And I think when I sat there yesterday and I read through your responses through all the discussions, and I'm like, man, like, whew, some of you guys are going through some stuff, and I definitely reiterate, and I will say this again, don't ever diagnose yourself, but I think it's important for you to be aware of what you could potentially face so you can overcome it. It's better for you to be prepared than for you to get blindsided and have no idea what's going to happen. So I think as long as you stay strong, take care of yourself mentally, physically, you'll be good. I'll be honest, physically I've done a horrible job taking care of myself physically. My body's definitely reacting to the fact that I went from doing like 3-4 different things on campus to doing nothing. So for those of you who are busy, like myself, who were just extremely busy at work or at school, this has definitely had an impact. But don't worry, man, you're not the only ones gaining weight. I think we're all gaining weight. I legitimately eat like 4 or 5 times a day. I don't even know where I get all the food from. All right. So the last actual lesson we had, we talked about the impact this was going to have on the marginalized communities in the U.S. And I think what I want to talk about today, what I want you guys to discuss, is essentially what's going to happen to everyone else, right? As you should have noticed this weekend, there was a lot of protests. A lot of people around the U.S. decided that they're not down to stay until May 15th. They want their states to open up, and they want their cities to open up, And I think you saw that in Michigan, you saw that in Denver, Huntington Beach. They had some protests the other day, and it was just, I sat there and I'm just like, okay. First thing, obviously the first thing, First Amendment, right? Some of you were like, well, is there First Amendment? Well, according to the First Amendment, which I have open right here, the First Amendment guarantees freedom concerning religion, expression, assembly, and the right to petition. It forbids Congress from both promoting one religion over others and also restricting individuals' religious practices. It guarantees freedom of expression by prohibiting Congress from restricting the press or the rights of individuals to speak freely. It also guarantees the right of citizens to assemble peacefully and to petition their government. Okay. So as I read that, I was like, cool, all right, let all those people protest. Let them protest. Let them do whatever they want to do because they do have the right to protest, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. But then I realized, okay, let me actually take a look. Take a second to look at what these protesters are doing, and you're gonna notice one of the things I'm gonna include at the end of my little 2 more minutes of speech. I'm gonna include pictures, and I want you guys to look at those pictures. Okay, look at the stuff that these people are doing. Look at the way they're protesting. Do you think this is correct? One of the big arguments that they keep bringing up, all these protests that I've read and I've looked at, they keep talking about the government is oppressive, that they're living under these oppressive conditions, that the government is oppressing them, taking their right to walk around, to go to the stores. I'm just like, wait, hold up. Okay. First of all, you have the right to protest, by all means. I don't understand why some of them had the need to take a gun. I don't know what an assault rifle is doing for you, but all right. My bad, you have a gun. Take your gun. But are they really being oppressed? Okay. So analyze that First Amendment. You saw it at the beginning. I read it right now. I'll put it again at the end. Analyze that First Amendment. Look at the pictures. And in the discussion, what I want you guys to do, and it's going to be simple, okay? Do you think these people have the right to protest? And should the government reopen as soon as possible? Okay. Are they being oppressed? Are we currently living in a oppressed society? And I say that ironically because I'm out here grilling steaks. Oh yeah, if this is oppression, I'm sure people in third world countries who live under real oppressed governments might not necessarily agree that I'm being oppressed. But yeah, so take a look, analyze. And I will say, you guys know me. I've never been a big fan of telling you how I feel. I always believe that you as an individual should always have your own beliefs, but you should always be open to discussing. You should always be open to having a conversation with someone, a dialogue about how you feel, and you should be open to embracing someone else's opinions. You don't necessarily have to agree with them, but you do have to be willing to take someone else's opinions, and I think you should be able to have a conversation with someone. And I think that is the biggest problem with America now, is that no one wants to have a conversation. Everyone says, well, I'm right and you have to listen to me. No, I'm right and you have to listen to me. No one wants to say, well, you know what, how about we compromise? How about okay, maybe you're right, maybe I'm right, maybe we're both wrong, maybe we're whatever the case is. And I think, when you look at some of the pictures that I'm going to include at the end of this, you're going to see some things that might seem ridiculous, or I might be wrong. Some of you might agree. Some of you might be like, you know what, this is an exaggeration, Sandoval. All these doctors are full of shit, Sandoval. I'm woke, Sandoval. Like, fake media. It's just, also with all these people protesting, maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, but I will say this, though. When I looked at these protesters, when I look at these individuals protesting, one of the things that bugged me the most is that, they're complaining about the government telling them to do something, but yet when people of color protest, the first thing a lot of these people say is listen to the government, right? Like, stop complaining, like, oh my God, like, stop kneeling, like, that's so disrespectful, like. Or my favorite one is, if you don't like it here, if you don't like the rules here, leave. And, okay, all you're doing in your discussion is you're going to go over the First Amendment right, which I'm going to post. I'm going to copy that in the text, in the discussion, and you're pretty much going to say, okay, this is the First Amendment right. these people protesting are right. They are in, the government is oppressing. The government is oppressing us. The government should open up all these bans and lift all these states, open up all these states, or no, we should play it safe. Um, these people are arguing about the economy. We should be fine. We're the richest country in the world. I think we'll be okay. First of all, take care. See you guys soon. You're going to look at the pictures that I'm going to post after this video. You're going to look at the First Amendment right. I might post some other Bill of Rights just so you guys can get some other ideas. But essentially, look at the documents. Look at the Bill of Rights, the First Amendment. Look at the pictures. Are these people at right? Is the government oppressing the rights of these people, and should the government open up and force these states to open up? Okay, basically, are we being oppressed? I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear how you guys are feeling about this. Based on what I've read, a lot of you guys, you're definitely stressing out. A lot of you guys have parents who've lost a lot of jobs. You parents who are limited in the amount of jobs. So I can see your point of view might be like, well, I think my dad needs to get back to work. My mom needs to get back to work. So maybe you're feeling some type of like, yeah, this is being blown out of proportion. So just because I said what I just said earlier doesn't mean I'm right. I can be completely wrong. That's just my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Feel free to be like, yeah, we're being oppressed, Sandoval. This is oppression. So sorry, my steak was burning. Look at this. Look at this bad boys. Woo! Woo! Alright, take care. See you guys.
Worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad